Okay, to pair up the edges, you're going to need to find two edges of the same color. So I'm going to start with, I generally like to start with all the edges that have white, then all the edges that have yellow, then all the edges that have blue, and then all the edges that have green, and by then basically all the edges are paired up. Sometimes you'll already, once you solve the centers, you'll have one or two edges already paired up, so you don't have to worry too much about those. And this is a perfect example here, but since that's the only one I have, I'm going to go ahead and pair up the rest. Now to do this, you want to find two edges, that's two edges with the exact same coloring. So this edge here, you'll see this is one piece. Actually, it's two, but we count it as one. This edge here is white and red. So I want to find the other edge piece that has white and red. There are only two edge pieces per color set. So for white and red, there's only two. For blue and green, there's only two. Wait, no, there is no blue-green because blue and green are opposites. For blue and yellow, there's only two. For green and red, there's only two. So I'm going to do the white-red. So I've got one here, and I found the other here. Now, if this had been somewhere all the way over here, or down over here, or down here or something, and I had to search for it, I would have kept my thumb on this white-red piece while I scoured the cube edges for its mate. But since I found its mate down here, let's see, where was it? It was, yes. Since I found its mate here, I didn't really have to do a whole lot of searching, as you may have noticed. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get these two pieces on opposite on opposite halves. So I want to get this piece on this half, because if I put this piece on this half, there's not a whole lot I can do here. I'm just moving them around. But if I can put this piece down here, then I can pair them up. But, oh great, look what I've done. I've broken up the centers. Well, there's nothing for it. We can reset them, and at the same time still have our white edge. Now you'll notice, okay, no, I'm not going to say that yet. To reset the centers without breaking up the edge pair, I'm going to want to tilt this face up so that I can knock it out of the way. But you'll notice that I had to push this down here to do it, and at the same time I rotated these up, so I can't exactly push them back. It just doesn't work. So what I have to do is I have to rotate this up still, but I'm going to replace it with two unpaired edges, either here or here. I'm going to do these because I feel like it. So I'm going to do that. So now these are where this had just been. And now when I bring it down, it doesn't matter if I split them up. I can still reset the centers. And at the same time, I've brought this pair here, which had been down, I've brought that up into a safe area. And now I can realign the centers, and no harm's done. In fact, good has been done. Now, what's another white I want to solve? Okay, let's do the white-green. Where's the other white-green? Oh, here it is. So I noticed this is on the same belt, the same major half as the other one. So, but it's on the opposite side. So that means I can just tilt this face 180 degrees, and it'll be on the bottom now. So now I can just do what I had just shown you, is pair them up, pull them into the upper face, replace them with something unpaired, excuse me, replace them with something unpaired, pull that back down, and reset the centers. So now you know how to solve all of the centers, pair all of the edges, excuse me, until you get to the last one or two. So I'm going to go ahead and solve all of the edges until I get to the last one. And as a side note, you may finish without having to do a special algorithm that I'm going to show you soon. So in that case, you won't need to do the algorithm and no harm's done. But I'm going to speed this up while I solve the rest of the edges. So here goes. Here is the last, we are down to the last 3 edges that we need to pair. The yellow red, the green red, hold on a minute, something's weird here. And the green yellow. Okay, yeah. Now, in this situation, you're going to want to pick any one of those, doesn't matter, or any one of the 3 you have. And I'm going to do the red yellows. But notice that there's nothing in top nor in the bottom to replace the 2 with. And that's another thing. If you run out of spaces in the top where there are unsolved edges to rotate down, you can always flip over the cube and check to see if there are any unsolved pairs in the bottom layer. But when you have both top and bottom all paired up and all the unpaired edges are in this layer, all you want to do is, since I'm not bringing it 180 degrees across, I might want to do that if I had no, darn it, I didn't do it. Okay, here we go. If I had the yellow green here and 180 degrees, I had the yellow green here, I could bring this 180 degrees, rotate up and replace, and you know all that. But I don't. Oh gosh, I just did something. I forgot where my faces are. Okay, there we go. But I'm solving for the red, yellow, and there are no unpaired edges in the top. So I'll have to make some unpaired edges in the top or bottom. And since these two are 90 degrees from each other instead of 180, I can just rotate these 2 edges up. If I had been solving for the yellow, green, and yellow, green, hold on, I want to put that in the bottom. If I had been solving for the yellow, green here and the yellow, green, darn it. Yellow, green here and yellow, green here. And there were 2 unpaired edges in between them, but nothing on the top or the bottom. I could just put these into the top, rotate out of the way, and bring it down. So that now I can rotate it up and bring it up and replace, and you know all that. But I am going to solve for the red, yellow. Oh, and if you come to this situation and they're both in the bottom layer, take one, rotate it down, rotate it to the back, rotate the back 90 degrees onto this face, and bring this 180 degrees. What that did is it's here, and I want to bring it here. So it's here, now, it's here, now it's here, now it's here, now it's in the bottom, and since it's in the bottom now, I can rotate it into the top. And so I've done that. And where were my other unsolved edges? Here they are. So I'm going to provide myself some unsolved edges in the top. Solve the yellow, red. Where are those? There they are. And reset. And sometimes when you reset, you will automatically solve these two. Sometimes not. But here is the perfect time to show you what my teacher, me, myself, and Pi, taught, which is called the flipping algorithm, excuse me. And what it does is it basically flips, actually, you know what, I'm not sure why it's called the flipping algorithm. All it does is it solves these two, even though they're in the same row. If you had it like this, so they were opposites, it wouldn't work. What you need to have it as is you need to have two solvents across from each other. And I actually don't know the flipping algorithm in terms of notation anymore, because I've done it so many times that it's muscle memory instead of memory. I don't remember the notation to it, I just feel it. It's sort of like playing guitar. I play a song so many times that I don't even have to look at the tabs anymore. I just know by the feel of it. So since I don't remember the actual notation for it, I am going to go look it up quickly. Okay, I've looked up the flipping algorithm. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to offset your edges or centers or whatever. So the way you're going to do that is by doing a UUI. When I say UU, that means turning both layers. If I wanted to say turn either one or both of them twice, okay, let's say if I wanted to turn the upper layer twice, I'd say 2U. And I just did another 2U to reset it. Or if I wanted to do the inner layer, I'd say a little 2 little u. And I'm going to do it again to reset it. But when I say 2UU, that means turn these two layers twice, and again to reset it. Or UU is just turn them once. And again, when you have a letter alone, it's clockwise. When you have it with an I, it's counterclockwise. So, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do either 2U, or a UU to offset, or a UUI to offset. Or a, let's see, I gotta think about this, a DDI or a DD. It's really the same. Doing the DDI like that is the same as doing a UU. Doing the DD is the same as doing a UUI, I think. Whatever. But you want to do one of those four. But I like to do the top and just turning it to the right, so counterclockwise. Then what you are going to do is you're going to do, and I'll put the algorithm up on the screen, I think. R, F, I, U, R, I, F. Yes, and then you're going to reset the centers. And there you have your two greens solved.